we're ready.
Well, Danny, victory lap is probably too strong of a phrase, but just how much different does this feel coming on the Big Orange Caravan this year than it did your first go around?
Especially coming here to the Tri-Cities, it always feels awesome. But our fans are phenomenal. I've said it, y'all heard me say it. I truly believe we have the best fan base in the country. That's what the Big Orange Caravan's all about, just getting out to see them, celebrate them. I think it's been upbeat and positive all along. Nashville was pretty electric last night, so maybe to your point, people are a little more excited with all the success we're having across the board.
Arkansas obviously has talked about the fact that they're going to try to recoup some money in the NIL with guys who left early in the transfer portal for them. Is that something that you all are looking at with your collectives as well?
I think we're continuing to evaluate everything. Everything's changing so fast. We want to have integrity with which we talk to young people, whether that's incoming recruits, our current student athletes. At the end of the day, we are mission driven about educating men and women first and foremost. NIL and revenue share is an important piece of the equation now. I'm proud of that. I'm happy that the kids are getting a piece of the pie now, and we'll continue to evaluate how we can organize it better and have more controls over it. Contracts and implications on contracts may become more of a piece of that nationally as we move forward.
Dan, you've got a lot of different renovation projects going on around campus. Obviously,
there's cranes everywhere.
Yeah, every time I go down, there's different cranes somewhere else. But just overall, what does that speak to where the athletic department as a whole is in terms of being able to continue to upgrade facilities like that?
I think it speaks to the scope and scale of what we're capable of. Every time we think about, should we do this project or this idea, we haven't yet got to the point where, no, we can't accomplish that. Whether it's the Neyland project or baseball, or we have some really exciting improvements coming to the Food City Center next year. So we got a lot going on. It's about $500 million of projects that we're funding through athletics, and about another $500 million that we're funding through private development with the entertainment district and the hotel condo project. So it's a really exciting time on Rocky Top, and even outside of athletics, we got 3 dorms being built right now. One right across from our building. It seems like they're adding a story every day I pull into the office. So really cool time at Tennessee.
Danny, there was a report that Texas is going to pay $35-40 million for its football team. I think that's NIL plus revenue. What's your reaction when you hear that kind of gaudy number?
I think it's hard to know what's true. There's so many numbers being thrown out. We are as competitive as anyone, and I think in the NIL space, we came out the gate as a leader, and we're going to continue to have our foot on the gas, and knowing how our resources have grown. So in the last 4 years, we've grown from $140 million annual revenue. We'll close the books this year closer to $280 million. We've almost doubled, and that's this fan base. That's why we're here today. So whatever the rules of engagement are, if it's about investing in our teams and making sure they have every competitive advantage possible, that's what we're going to do. We have a competitive administration. We have competitive coaches. We're not generating all this revenue to put it in some coffers to make me feel good. We're generating revenue to reinvest in our programs to win at a high level.
Obviously, revenue distribution is coming. What do you think NIL is going to look like once that comes down? Is it going to just sort of take a back seat? What is the future of, NIL as we've come to know it over the last few years?
We have a lot to learn in the next 6 months or so. If the settlement is approved, what are the rules of engagement? The clearinghouse, how does that work? We have a great market. We're not in some small college town, so any rule of engagement, I think we're well set up. If it's about elite donors, we got phenomenal elite donors. It's about the size of the fan base. We've led the country in combined attendance between football, men's and women's basketball the last 2 years. We have a sold-out football stadium with 23,000 on a waiting list. Men's basketball, baseball, softball sold out. There's not another school in the country that can say that. So we're ready to compete. We can generate sponsorship support for ourselves and for our student athletes.
Danny, I know this is just one piece of the puzzle for you, but when you first got in the job, and obviously football had to be fixed immediately, kind of how much of a luxury or relief was it to look at basketball and a veteran like that and just kind of, I don't have to worry about that?
It's awesome. It's awesome. I love working with Rick Barnes. He's a great leader. He's overseen the most successful run in our men's basketball history, and love everything about how he runs his program. I spent zero time worrying about our men's basketball program. The men he brings into our program, actually the kids he brings into our program, he develops them to men. You guys get to see them and interact with them. They're high character, represent us really well. We've had I don't think we had a single issue off the court since I've been here. That's just what he's about. So yeah, it's a great point. It's unique in the sport, I think, and he's a future Hall of Famer for a reason. I can't wait to celebrate that with him when that happens.
How blessed are you just to be able to take this trip this week with these coaches and learn anything new about any of these guys?
Yeah, it's fun to be around them. We're all kind of running our own directions on campus. We see each other quite a bit, but get a chance to travel with each other and spend a little more time. Rick's the comedian, so he has everybody laughing.
I saw in 2026, you guys were led Memphis and Chattanooga as far as stops for this Big Orange Caravan, but the Tri-Cities is going to stay on. How important is this portion of the state to the UT families and what you guys are doing?
It's critical. You'll see the crowd tonight. I expect it'll be like it's been the last few years. The Tri-Cities is really important to us. We have so many fans over here. And, they support us in so many different ways. They're going to hear from me tonight. They are the reason we've had the success we've had so far, and they are the reason we can continue to build the best athletic department in the country. So we're here to show them how much we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Dan.